We are off. So, a quick rundown. Madeline can jump, grab, and dash, but she cannot dash immediately. She can only just jump, grab in this prologue. And basically, we're going to be doing a little bit of bunny hopping here. Jumping is a little faster than walking. We meet up with our little bird here, who will bless us with our beautiful dash. Also, don't fret about this different start times. This is based on in-game timer, or IGT for short. So we have both of those listed on our cassette tapes down there. We are getting ready to rock as we head into Forsaken City. I'm going to showcase all of the tech here, such as hyper dashes, wall bounces, extended, maybe some reverses here or there. So Briguy moving along nicely. Tridecatrix heading into his chapter 1. Oh, Briguy77 moving a little too fast there. Oh, Tridecatrix trying to do the reverse hyper there, but missing it and going for the alternate strat. Briguy making his way through. I believe this is Tridecatrix's first race, if I'm not mistaken. So we'll see how he does here. Briguy is going to wrap up here at 220 overall. I think a 133 for chapter 1. Very nice.
I've made it.
You certainly have. I have Chocolate Cake 50,000 with me. How's it going?
It's going good, man.
All right, awesome. So we got Briguy here going into chapter 2 as Tridecatrix is finishing up his city. There we go.
Do you have a link to the restream?
Yeah, 1 second.
Alright, thanks. Hey, Portals, I'm in here. My man.
Alright, so now Briguy77 heading into the battle line chase sequence here. Battle line is basically going to be on Madeline's tail with a 3-second delay. And the runners are going to try their best to make sure they don't get hit. We also have Tridecatrix starting his chapter 2, taking a death there, slamming into those spikes.
It looks like Briguy is pretty far in the lead here.
Briguy77 taking a death there again. So we head to the home stretch of chapter 2. Tridecatrix is working along Getting ready to encounter Battling for the first time.
Yeah, man, I'm excited to commentate because I watched a really spooky movie, so now I can just watch some Celeste.
Oh, nice. Briguy77 making his way through very nicely here. Gonna end up with about a 225, 226. Tridecatrix making his way to these lock switches here. As Briguy77 begins his ascent into my favorite chapter, which is the resort.
Yeah, Resort can be pretty fun. There's a lot of cool skips and stuff. You're gonna see on the very first room, there's a really interesting skip Briguy might be going for. And he pulls it off, dashing right into the first dust bunny.
Alright, now Tridecatrix in the final screen of his Battleline Chase. See if we can get away with this one scot-free. Going the normal route, which is a respectable play. Oh no. Dashing into the wall there, unfortunately, it's going to result in a death.
Yeah,
Our guys moving along. That room is very tough to take a loss in because you have potential of losing so much time. We'll see if he can get it going here. Third time's a charm. In the meantime, Briguy77 is moving along, getting to his second key, if I'm not mistaken.
I think so. Well, do you count the key that opens the first door?
I do not. I should, though.
It is a key. I think it's the first key in the game.
Tridecatrix running into a little bit of a problem here on this final screen. Those battling cohorts are catching up to him. Almost made it through there, but took a death here in this last section. See if we can get it this time. Oh no, he dashes straight into that wall. Alright, so Briguy77 is entering their huge mess portion. Chocolate Cake, you want to cover the ins and outs on how this section works?
Yeah, so basically every piece of furniture, the green, the purple, and the, I think there's another one. And you can get rid of all three of them by pressing different switches, and you're going to see probably both runners do the same path, bottom, top, and then middle. And that's just because Oshiro right here, he's right by the exit to the bottom. And then after the next one, he's going to be on the very top. So you go to the top so you can say hi.
Alright, it looks like Tridecatrix has cleared out his battle and chase. Getting his bearings here as he enters the home stretch of Chapter 2. Briguy77 on the second leg of his huge mess.
I see a cool skip right there. Skips the entire left or right crystal there.
And Tridecatrix is now in his awake section. Almost in a retry there.
If rule number 2 of speedrunning is don't panic, does that make rule number 1 don't forget your towel?
Oh, Briguy77 taking a death there. Coming back nicely. Alright, now Briguy getting his huge mess section finished. He's gonna go grab this key and move into the elevator shaft sequence. As Tridecatrix begins his journey through the resort here.
Yeah, pretty sizable lead by Briguy going into the elevator shaft. One of the more fun rooms actually coming up. You just couple diagonals, you're right up there. A few more, you're right up there. It's kind of one of the more fluid rooms.
Oh yeah, especially some runners opt to actually ultra into that room from the previous screen, and it looks really nice. Like Madeline just zooms through that part. Bright Guy stumbled a little bit on that long room, but he gets through on the second try as he heads to our lovely wall bounce section. And he nails that no problem. See how he handles this key right here.
Smart, going for the safe route. The 4 hypers, as it's affectionately known, is ridiculously hard to pull off.
Yes, it is definitely difficult to try to get that on first go. I know I have not done it that many times, especially in recent times. So going the safe route does save some time as he heads into get ready to take on Oshiro.
Yeah, so for story reasons, basically, Battlein said mean things to Oshiro, and now Oshiro is going to chase us.
Yeah, so Oshiro's going to give a tell when he's going to make that dash across, which is a nice lightning bolt there. If Madeline gets caught, that is a death. However, Madeline can bonk on his head, which will also give her her dash back. But for the most part, runners are going to try their best to just not even have to deal with him. Basically just by being in the right place at the right time. Right guy being safe there. Oh, but it cost him. Crashed to that dust bunny. Let's try this one again. And Tridecatrix is beginning his huge mess section here.
Unfortunate.
Yeah, Bright Guy's having a lot of trouble in this room right now.
Yeah, it seems like he's not going for... there's like a little hole in between those two that I like to go for. Oh, very nice Ochiro bounce there, though.
Very nice. He gets through. Nothing notorious. Final room, home stretch here. It is very scary having Oshiro come at you when you're on that spring. Because it is easy to not jump at the right time and just get basically like shot right into him. But Bright Guy being a little cautious here, and it pays off. Not taking a death in that last screen. Excellent job. As we see, Tridecatrix making his way through the first room of the first portion of Huge Mess. Opted to not do the spike jump here and is going to go the intended route. As Briguy77 hits Golden Ridge. Personally, do not like this chapter.
That's funny, because I don't like Chapter 3, but I really like Ridge. Well, I don't like the wind parts.
For me, Ridge is very stressful. Like, every room has, like, opportunity to save time. And, like, all those little bits and pieces of time saves really add up. But anytime that you miss one or you just make a mistake, they also will just add up against you. So, having a clean run of it is definitely big, but most often not, you know, with the way the game is, a death is going to happen here or there. So, but Briguy77 handled this very nicely as he moves into the clouds here.
Tricat is on, I believe, the second switch here. Briguy going for the spike jump. Nice first try.
You're going to see a beautiful showcase of some wall bounces there. Oh, dashing head first into those spikes.
Beautiful. Yeah, this trick can be hard because you basically have to press jump while you're on like one of the last few pixels of there.
Having a little tough time here. I think he's actually trying to climb up next to those on that left-hand side, and then try to jump over. Yeah, there you go. Okay, nicely done.
Oh, nice. I haven't seen that strategy before.
I see he's going to the first auto skip. We're going to see if he's going to go for our hyper dash or not. Looks like he's going to climb his way over. As Tridecatrix is finishing up his huge miss portion and going into the elevator shaft.
A little bit short on there by Briguy. The wind in this level can be extraordinarily hard to push against.
And this is one of the few instances where the wind is actually pushing Madeline towards her destination.
Tride has actually been playing pretty well in this chapter 3, a little bit safe, but not too many deaths I've seen by him.
I'm curious to see if he is practicing this that chapter in particular. Also, Briguy moving very well through this ridge portion. We're gonna see him maybe go for an auto scroller skip here.
Maybe it is a Ana.
Playing it safe again. Respect the play. Now, Tridecatrix is going into his key section. And he gets it. Oh, wow. Opting to not hit retry.
I think when I started running, I forgot that you could retry on that room for some reason. And I would just never do it.
All right, Briguy77. One screen away before the final portion of Chapter 4. He's in there. So we got high gusts. High gusts and snowballs. Ready to ruin Madeline's day.
Hi, Gus. I'm Dad.
Nice.
Yeah, so snowballs are basically, I call them mini Oshiros, because they're basically the same thing. They can give you your dash back and a little bit of extra height when you land on them, but they also one-shot kill.
And they do fly in from the opposite direction. So as you get towards the end of the rooms, it's definitely harder to react to them. Sometimes they'll just come out of nowhere and just plant themselves right on Madeline's face. But Briguy77 doing a good job here, as Tridecatrix also getting near the end of it, taking a death there unfortunately, but he's a few screens away.
So what do you think about the bubbles? Are they blue or green to you?
I think that they're more green than blue. But I'm also basing this off of the fact that, like, in this room, for example, you have, like, those blue spikes, and it definitely looks more green to me.
Yeah, I can see that.
Aqua is also a good one, too. That's a good choice. Nice choice of colors there, champ of the couch.
Try going very safely through this room. Nice to see. No deaths.
Alright, so Briguy77 getting into his mirror temple. Gonna see some red orbs now, as well as these cool dash blocks, which go in a particular direction every time Madeline uses her dash. We will be using those to get a little bit of boosts here and there. Speaking of which, we're going to see a nice skip there. Nicely done from Briguy77.
Yeah, very nice stuff.
Try to catch us on the final room of Oshiro. We're into a little bit of a problem there, but this room is really tough. There's just so much going on, and the fact that you have Oshiro right behind you kind of puts a hidden pressure on you, so you might try to get a little reckless. And by doing so,
it's like when you're doing your homework and your mom is like, "Are you doing your homework?" You're like, ah.
Yep. He's in the
Let me
home
do my
stretch here.
PEMDAS.
Oh, nice!
Oh
Oh my
my
gosh!
gosh!
I thought he was gonna get clipped right
Wow!
there.
What just happened?
Well, nicely done. He is done with Chapter 3 and moving into Golden Ridge. And Briguy77 making his way through. Going to take a developer-intended skip here, a little secret, which you're supposed to use, I believe, to get a crystal heart, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so.
We're going to use it to hurry along and get to Theo as fast as possible.
Oh, Seekers coming up. Seekers are, yeah, I'd say they're my favorite enemy, besides Madeline. Seekers are basically eyeball monsters that will chase Madeline, and with their death explosion, they can trigger the little coins that power doors, and you can also jump on them to gain extra height.
I actually love this section. It's a great job in providing a tutorial for the player, showing what places Seekers can't go through and how they destroy particular walls and how they move. Definitely is a nice way to foreshadow what's to come.
A little bit of foreshadowing through the mirror.
So Tridecatrix making his way through Resort here. Or not Resort, I'm sorry, Golden Ridge. Using that auto-scroller block to head up to the next portion.
For some reason, that spike jump I also always find to be the hardest spike jump in the game.
It can be a little tricky. I've noticed a lot of players will, like, they don't even wait to see if they get the spike jump. They just kind of go with their muscle memory and then go for the dash. Wow, that Seeker was on a mission.
Definitely.
Wow, Briguy77 playing it really close to comfort there as he gets into the final Seeker room.
Oh my gosh,
wow.
the Seeker used Drift. New Need for Speed's Seeker Drift.
So you got rid of that one platform, so having to improvise here a little bit, but he gets out.
Very nice. That was a extended hyper, I believe, to get away from the Seeker.
And yes, Portals, you can skip the death animation, as you saw on Briguy77's screen from earlier. So basically, with that, as he gets search skip, I'm sorry. If you die, even on the Seeker part, if you press the confirm button, you can skip that little wipe that happens. That transition appears a lot faster.
Yeah, same for every other death. It's just this one isn't a cutscene, so you don't think you can, but you can.
And then Briguy77 getting his search skip. Basically, we get a reverse reverse dash jump. Excuse me, and it allows us to skip a huge portion of Chapter 5, saving up anywhere from 1 to 2 minutes depending on the runner. And now Tridecatrix is heading into the first auto-scroller.
Oh, unfortunate there. That was a misinput. Yeah, Portals, there's a lot of things that aren't really totally taught to you in this game that end up being big time saves. Like, you can press dash while you're in a bubble, and it'll shoot you out early. Nice using the death explosion from the Seeker there by Briguy.
Briguy moving along very well. A few more screens before he reaches the end of Chapter 5. Oh, that secret came out of nowhere. It was like, you're not going anywhere. And then Tridecatrix working on his final portion of Chapter 4.
Portals, by skipping the intro to Chapter 7, do you mean, like, skip?
Oh no, I think they mean the cutscene where like it shows Madeline looking towards the mountain before you actually get into Chapter 7. At least that's what I'm assuming. Alright, so Briguy77. I'm gonna throw Theo into this eyeball and get that one over with. Tridecatrix is slowly working his way through, having a little bit of trouble in these high wind sections. This is definitely a tough part for the casual players and some people that are new to the run, but he's doing a very good job. There's a few more screens and he will be on his way into Mirror Temple. As Briguy begins his reflection ascent, bonking into a few walls there, having to grab another feather.
I'm trying to think. I can't remember an intro to Chapter 7. Doesn't it just start you on the like reflection part?
Oh, it's a cutscene. Like it flashes like a picture of Madeline like standing in front of the mountain with like her bag off, and then if you press the button, like it shows the summit wipe transition. Oh, Briguy.
Unfortunate.
I think he didn't think it was gonna pass through that part of the block. He gets it there second time.
I always just press A there, so I don't know if I remember that cutscene that well.
I try to catch beginning his Mirror Temple run here. See if he's going to go for a skip. No, he's going to go and grab himself a bubble on the left-hand side.
Yeah, a lot of this game is just trying out a skip and seeing if you're comfortable with it, and if you aren't, you know, you can still get a good time without going for most of them, I think.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's always something to work to improve on for later runs.
So Briguy77 getting into the little maze portion here. We have basically two ways we can go. We can either go the top route or the bottom route. Most runners are going to go with the top route minus maybe like 1 or 2 screens. And a big thing with this whole section is transitions. So you're going to want to try to dash into the next rooms and then also sometimes perform a bunny hop. So that way you can get a boost across some of these wider gaps. There are a few rooms where you actually don't want to do that, because if you do, there's usually a bumper waiting for you that'll send you into some spikes.
Yeah, there's one in particular where if you just hyper into it, there's just spikes right in your face.
It's right here. We'll see if he almost went into it disastrously, but was able to adapt.
Wow, Briguy, really nice moves there. I think I just realized Tridecatrix's name. It's the Tetris thing where you get like a ton of tetrominoes in a row.
Oh, it might be. Oh no, Briguy, I'm missing that feather there.
Nice. So, little known fact, you can hit the feather what's in the bubble when your hair is blue, and it will make your hair back into its, I think it's orange or red color.
Orange red to work. So Briguy getting ready to head into Ravine as Tridecatrix is making his way through the secret portion of Mirror Temple.
Developer intended shortcut right here. Oh, it looks like Briguy is gonna go for the checkpoint right there. So it's an invisible checkpoint, but works just as well as a visible one. Yeah, good thing he grabbed it. This skip can be a little bit tough sometimes.
And now Briguy maneuvering through the underwater portion here. Nice and safe. It's very easy to actually swim into those spikes, so kudos to him on getting through that nice and clean. Alright, now Briguy77 getting in his battle and fight. Go ahead and let's see some heyas in the chat, folks, to get ready for this intense battle.
What's your favorite song in Celeste?
Oh, it's checking in chapter 3, hands down.
Check Again is the name?
Yeah, it's the first song of chapter 3. Basically until you run into Huge Mess.
I really like Mirror Temple, but I think Summit has some really good versions.
Oh yeah, Summit overall is really good too. I mean, it's all really good, but my go-tos are usually Checking In and Resurrections, followed by Mirror Temple. I guess it really just depends on the mood.
Yeah, definitely.
Even the first song from chapter 1, like I really like that one a lot. Oh, Briguy getting hit with a laser there. I try to catch one away from Theo's room. As Briguy's moving along our vertical section here with battling. Very nice. Using that wall to slow his descent so that orb can miss him.
Tridecatrix going for the Theo section here. Making pretty good time for Mirror Temple.
Briguy taking it slow through that battle line section, being sure to not get popped off by that laser there.
What's more fun to say, Briguy77 or Tridecatrix?
I think more fun would be Tridecatrix or Desicatrix, but I always feel like I'm getting it wrong. I feel like I'm also saying it like multiple ways. I do apologize, as I should have asked like how to pronounce their name before going into the stream.
Could be Briguy. Could be related to Bree.
You know, I did think about that too. Prior to the stream starting.
By the way, chat, just so you know, get some Triscuits, get some Brie, put the Brie in between 2 Triscuits. Delicious. You didn't hear it from me.
Oh, that secret just took Madeline out there. See if we can get that run back again. Oh, leaving Theo up there. I don't even think you can get him.
I think with a jump and a dash, you could get back up there.
Oh wow, that Seeker is showing no mercy right now.
You'll get no sympathy from me. Going for the bumper.
Nice spunk there too. Alright. So Briguy77 is out of reflection, getting ready for his summit as Tridecatrix is getting mauled by these Seekers, unfortunately. But he is one screen away from clearing out this chapter, so we'll see how he handles this here. Oh, wow. Using the opportunity to lure the Seeker up there. But he's hot on their tail. I think he's got it. And he does. He's moving on to the home stretch here.
By Jove, I think he's got it. Both runners approaching the end of the chapter at about the same time.
There's that cutscene that Portals was mentioning.
Yeah, I was watching it.
All right, so quick rundown on Summit. Sorry about that. I was having technical difficulties on my end.
Yeah, the restream cut out for like a second.
So a rundown on Summit is basically a recap or a remix of all the levels from the previous chapters. I like to call this one like Chapter 6 because it has a few things from Reflection, like those spikes, and no feathers, unfortunately, but you know, there's a few like those crystals in the background and whatnot. But each one is going to be a 500 increment, and as you'll see here, it just goes right in order. So we got Chapter 1 here. And basically, Madeline's trying to get through all the way up to 3,000, which is the home stretch. So that definitely means...
I believe it was Mirror Temple, right? Was the last one.
Yeah, Mirror Temple is 2,500. And that also means that our friends, the Dust Bunnies, will be making a return, as well as the Wind.
Yeah, this track in particular is just gets you so pumped. I think it plays at the end as well. Tridecatrix is going for the feather here, which is pretty nice.
And Briguy heading into the final section of 500 here. Gets it done nicely.
Jojo Mortal, I feel the same way about Super Meat Boy speedruns.
Alright, so Tridecatrix is actually going into a room that I have not seen before. So I think he's opting the bottom route here.
Yeah, this is really where you see different runners just choosing the rooms that they're more comfortable with.
Briguy losing his dash, having to go back to the bottom and restarting.
Unfortunate. Not gonna lose too much time though.
Tridecatrix taking the top route again in another room with these bumpers and these lock switches. He gets them all and is going to move on. Alright, Briguy entering the notorious 1500. Most believe it is the hardest section of the game, at least for A-sides.
Yeah, definitely. It's just like the, oh, is he going to be able to save it? Very nice. It's just all the cramped jumps and kind of tight cycles and stuff combined.
And also the two longest rooms definitely have the most difficulty involved with them. There's not a lot of room to work with, so if you make a mistake, it usually will relate to a death. Briguy77 handling the first one pretty well here. And now Tridecatrix grabbing his feather section here, getting ready to go and meet Battle Line head first.
Definitely not too easy of a section here. Making their way through them.
Briguy finishes that second long section here, and he's about to a few screens away before he meets up with Battle Line again to get alley-ooped into 2000.
Franker Z.
Now Tridecatrix in the ravine portion here, taking those developer intended skips, but looks like he's getting caught up in the bumpers here, but he makes good work of it.
Very nice patience by Briguy on that last cycle there. Nice, going for the wall bounce there.
Alright, Tridecatrix is about to begin his Battle Line fight. Ooh, nice dodge. Nice dodge, Briguy. I see you. I would have died there. I totally would have died there.
Alright, so the auto-scroller skip here is two parts, so you might see Briguy going for the wall bounce. Nah, just taking it safe.
Right now, Tridecatrix still moving along strong against this Battle Line portion as Briguy is about to finish up his 2000 section here.
This has been a really solid run by both players. Unfortunate dash there, just a little bit too high.
So Briguy going into 2500. We got a few fantastic skips here. Hopefully we'll be able to see many of them. We'll wait.
Nice. Going for a key skip here.
Oh, he gets it first try. Nice.
The key skip is a key skip. I stole that joke from X09 when he was talking about Spelunky. Oh, nice. Going through
He's
the
opting for the intended route here, but a few deaths. We'll see if he's going to go for door skip or not. Oh, okay.
Nice, first one.
First one's down. With that horizontal movement again. Wow. Nicely done. And Tridecatrix almost through the first part of the Battle and fight here.
Validated. Into 3000M, very nice.
And also Tridecatrix heading into the second portion of the Battle and fight here. So chat, feel free to type in those flags as we pass by each one of them. So we got this downdraft section here. It's definitely going to impair Madeline's vertical movement. It's very hard to keep your dash going. Also, climbing up walls and wall jumping off of them is, again, as with Chapter 4, a dash will
Skipping
basically
the flag.
break through it. Yeah, skipping that flag there, but not too much of a loss.
Not the worst flag to skip.
Right. And now Tridecatrix on the second half of the battle and fight.
Madeline has gained the ability of telekinesis.
And Briguy is out of the downdraft section. He's going to move into the updraft one. Basically the opposite of what we were just talking about. Madeline is extremely floaty in these areas, and the mountain has decided to make a lot of vertical sections. So you're going to utilize dash crystals and just having both dashes to make your way through some twists and turns in this area.
Yeah, I'm a big fan of the wind pushing you up. I feel like that makes some really good platforming.
And Tridecatrix on the final screen of the battle and fight here. See how he handles this. Making about halfway through here. Oh no, he's getting zapped by the laser there.
Briguy taking it at the very end of that room. Nice. Both runners getting through the very hard parts. Going for the neutral jump skip, very nice.
And Tridecatrix is now leveled up and is going to make his way to his portion of the summit run here.
Briguy, more like I should go to bed after commentating this race. Oh, the save! Try Tridecatrix. That sounds more fancy. Is going into
And Briguy is just about finishing his updraft portion here.
I am not secretly flad, but I am secretly bad. Tridecatrix.
Yeah, Briguy in the home stretch here. Just a few more flags to go. Let's see how he handles this narrow area here. Going into flag 2. As Tridecatrix is finishing up his ground floor section. Getting those battle line boosts here and there. Oh, taking a death there on flag 2.
Yeah, he's in the home stretch.
All right.
GG, Briguy.
Briguy is your winner, coming in at 46.30.
So we might be getting an interview from Briguy.
All right. In the meantime, Tridecatrix heading into the last area of 500 here. He's in the clear.
Pretty solid stuff here.
Yeah, he's Tridecatrix moving along very nicely through this section.
Very last room of the 500 meters here.
Oh, and he gets it. So he's moving on to 1500 here. Now, I believe 10 minutes out on his PB, if I'm not mistaken.
What's his PB?
Give me 1 second and I'll pull that up. Give me 1 second and I'll pull that up. All right, so Tridecatrix PB on speedrun.com is a 58:23. So if he keeps his pace, he very well could get it.
Yeah, I can definitely see that happening. Okay, I've sent an invite to Briguy, so he might be joining us soon. Hello, Briguy.
Congrats on your victory. How did you feel about the run overall?
I feel like it was a good run, but rooms and stuff that just sort of held me up. And I think most of that is due to the fact that it was very late. But
yeah, that's true.
for those few rooms and places where I messed up, I think the good parts were pretty good.
Very nice.
It's early Sunday morning.
Yeah, actually, what time is it for you?
It's only midnight, but I don't know. I've been on like an 11 o'clock to like 7 o'clock sleep schedule, so.
I hear you on that. Yeah, it's midnight for me too. I am actually also just running on fumes right now. I've been up early doing commentary all day, so I'm ready. I'm ready to lay down. I also have a race tomorrow morning as well, so.
Same. Not quite so early, but not too bad. Yeah, so I think my opponent is Australian, and so this was really the only convenient time.
Okay.
It worked out.
Yeah, he's doing pretty well. He's getting through 2,000 right now, hitting in that second auto scroller. So, I forgot what your record is because I'm really bad at trying to remember those as go through. I think
it's
are you
42.53, I think, something like that. Well, high 42.
okay? And how is your record now for the tournament? What is your standings?
Record, sorry. 1-3 or 2-3 now, I guess. So it's gonna be tight. I gotta pull up an upset against Ludoir tomorrow if I want any shot at brackets.
Nice. How do you feel about that going into it?
I think I'm gonna need a great run, and I'm gonna have to hope that he doesn't have such a good run. But I mean, honestly, like I'm totally fine with not making brackets. Like everyone who's advancing above me definitely deserves it, and so that's fine with me. And we'll see what happens.
Okay. Now I have asked this question to to another runner. After the tournament is over, do you still plan to continue to run Celeste, or are you gonna like try a different category, or what are your plans after the tournament?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely love the game. I'm gonna keep running it. I run a few other games as well, and so I'll be balancing them. Definitely isn't the end. I might take like a short break and then come back with after a little while and see where that goes. But yeah, I'm definitely interested in like all red berries or maybe even all hearts or something. Good other categories as well.
Nice. I plan to do that too. At least all red berries.
I feel like all seasides would be an interesting speedrun.
Yeah, that would be a tough one. But
all right, so try getting his key here in 2,500. No, I'm actually Briguy. So what is your favorite chapter in the game?
Favorite. Casually, it was 2, and as a speedrun, I think it's 5. I really like the seeker manipulation and the Theo section at the end. As frustrating as they can be, like chapter just feels really fast and like fun. But parts of Summit are really good too.
I think it's the dream blocks and just like that noise that they make as you fly through them.
Yes, super satisfying. Still really like 2. It's a good one.
Dream blocks are really fun. I think it's 2C is the one where you just like fly through a bunch of dream blocks in a row. That one's a ton of fun.
All right, so Bragg, any closing words before we wrap the interview up here?
No. Thank you both for commentating. Thanks to Celeste for the restream and Speed Gaming for the tournament and all the organizers involved. Looking forward to a few more races.
Thanks, Bragg. It was fun to commentate you.
Thank you. Yep. Night, everyone.
Good night.
Have a good evening.
Nice save there.
So we are in the 3,000 section. Doing well, getting those springs very nicely as he continues to ascend here. About to hit the updraft section here shortly.
Got him. Nice updraft section.
He's moving along very well.
Oh, going for the skip onto the spikes. Very nice. Nice. Get through there.
So he's going through flag 13 here, hitting those lock switches and getting away scot-free. Oh, taking that spike there, but got the checkpoint before that death.
Yeah, I don't know why, but those crystals always just like right after the flag, because they're, I don't know, they're placed in like a weird spot or something.
Yeah, I've seen a few runners actually run into those. I definitely have done it as well a few times.
Definitely could sub-hour this one.
Yep, been opting to take flag 8 there. Oh, but taking a death, unfortunately. Didn't get enough height to get to that dash crystal.
And all the way up to flag 6.
He's making his way very nicely here on flag 3 now. Just getting in that home stretch here. It'll be very close to see if we can get a sub-hour.
Yeah, it's gonna definitely be pretty hard to get, but I think it's still doable.
Oh, we're taking some deaths here on the feather portion of flag 3.
I like it how Battlein is looking at the strawberry-less pie on the left.
All right, looks like we're in the home stretch here.
Flag 2. Alright, just a couple more jumps here.
Let me close. Let me see where he's at here. And he has
Yeah,
done
he
it.
won. Good game.
He came in at an hour in 10 seconds. I think that's what I saw.
I think
wait
it
until we
was
get
11. An hour 11.
Okay, I think I can turn on my mic now. Considering that the race is done, lost, of course.
Nice little cameo here.
Yeah. So I don't know. We want to try to see if we can get him in for an interview.
Sure. Real quick interview at the end of this.
All right. I will let you take care of that. As I mentioned, I do have a race tomorrow, and I do want to get ready to go to bed here. It is late for me as well, but I will like to thank you, Chocolate Cake 50,000, for joining in and helping me out with the commentary today. I really appreciate it.
Thanks, FC Racer. Sorry for interrupting you sometimes.
Oh no, it's totally fine, dude. No worry. I mean, it's always going to happen when you have two people on the mic. I am definitely used to it. No worries from my end. I also have been guilty of it as well. But I'll let you go ahead and get Tridecatrix in here, and then we'll wrap this one up.
All right.